with God's love, and with God's love we can do it all. If you don't mind, hit that follow button and subscribe. The stream is starting soon. Come watch the rabbit, let's watch the rabbit, bringing entertainment to me and you. Come watch the rabbit, let's watch the rabbit. It's not hard to do. Get ready because the stream is starting now.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another JRabbit87 stream. I am your host, JRabbit87, and I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. I am also here with my wonderful, #wonderful wife, Firebyrd10.
Hi.
Don't, yeah, wife is not feeling too well. So, yeah. We're still gonna go on. We're still gonna do things.
Yeah.
Um,
I need to get the Discord link.
You need to get the Discord link. Yeah. So, yeah, I wanted to do a quick little apology. I did say that I was going to be live yesterday. But yeah, God said no. Basically, there was a worship night at our church, and originally we were not going to go, but God told us otherwise, so we ended up going anyway.
Yeah.
So I do apologize that I did not stream yesterday, but we had good reason. But we're here today. We're going to try to get some things done in Doki Doki, some secrets, get back to the side stories maybe. We'll see how we're feeling. But first, let's get with our commands. As always, we are sponsored by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He has blessed both me and my wife extremely greatly, and we want to make sure that we return His blessings by giving Him all the honor, glory, credit, and praise that He rightfully deserves. We also want to say a huge thank you. Thank you to everybody that joins us today. It means so much to us that you guys take time out of your busy days to come and hang out with us. Of course, a huge thank you also goes to our supporters, but we'll name them individually at the end of the stream. Oh, Mary Kay has a lot of wonderful things for you to buy. If you would like to browse their awesome selection, feel free to grab that link and do all the browsing and all the shopping that you can. If you do have any questions, don't forget that my #wonderful wife is a consultant and will be more than happy to answer any question that you have.
I like to serve.
Discord, we have one of those. If you have not joined our Discord, feel free to grab that link and join us. We've got tons of chat rooms. It's where important announcements are had, and we just love to see you there. That's actually where we announced yesterday that there would be no stream.
Yeah.
YouTube, we have one of those as well. If you'd like to check out some of our past live streams, feel free to grab that link and join us over there. And of course, that's another place we just love to see you.
Yeah.
If highlight videos are more your speed, then while it lasts, grab that link and join us over on TikTok where we have highlight videos posted. Still haven't figured out where I'm going to post them after the TikTok ban. If TikTok gets banned, yes. Last but not least are ways that you can help support the stream if you would like to do so. Keep in mind that nothing is ever required, but everything is very much appreciated. With that, more information on how you can help support the stream is in the chat. With that, we go over to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, the first thing that we are going to do, we actually have a list of Easter eggs. And the first thing that we're going to do, I need to go ahead and give a trigger warning.
Disclaimer.
Trigger warning. That should be a command. Yeah. May
Depends on how long we played.
fair. That is very very fair. Um, trigger warning. What the Sayori death scene is about to play. So if that triggers you, if seeing people do stuff like that is something you don't want to see, maybe come back in like a few minutes. That said, here we go. So you said first I have to.
AOS, isn't it?
How do I? Oh. Hey, welcome in. Huh?
Hi, Nick.
And then you said Sayori as well. The double greets. It said I can't. Oh, was I supposed to delete Sayori first?
Maybe.
Okay. I have to do this so I can hear you better.
I'm sorry. All of the computer jargon.
Right. And it just has that like in the background, like
Computer noises.
starting virtual machine. Yes. But I don't want to. Okay. Okay.
Huh.
Unable to delete.
Well, never mind then.
Huh. Okay. The only one I can delete is Monica.
Well, that stinks.
Probably won't let me do anything, but might as well try.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Hey, welcome in, T. Go ahead.
Hi, T.
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
There's way too much for that. Okay. Um. So. Okay. So since that didn't work, we have a couple of different options. Um. We did start Trust Part 1. We can go to Trust Part 2 and the side stories, and this can be a side story episode, like kind of thing, because we still have Understanding 1 and 2 as well. Um, or we can get into the game proper and this time play through it again, but instead of going with Natsuki, or instead of going with Sayori, we go with either Natsuki or Yori in Act 1. Um, or we try the ultra hard and get all of them. Which I'm not even 100% sure how you're supposed to even do that.
Yeah. I would like to focus on either Natsuki or Yuri.
Yeah. Side story or ultra hard is my vote. You said Natsuki or Yuri.
Yeah.
So, what does the Nick think? Oh wait, I sort of want to see the side stuff. So,
Side stories
side stories
is
it is.
I'm not sad about this. I will try my best.
Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem.
I'm so stupid.
This is actually what I'm going to. Remember, we had to do this last time?
Yeah, I might want to get it. Yeah, right there.
That way, they can hear you better.
Especially because I'm not feeling well. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori is going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? This whole time, I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision.
Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile. But upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern.
Monica, is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend.
Monica shakes her head.
I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours.
Sayori responds quietly.
What are you talking about?
But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization.
I left my folder here.
Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response.
I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right?
Wordlessly, Sayori nods.
Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me.
Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy.
This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish.
Monica massages Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things. But, as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend.
I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine.
Yeah.
Monica takes a deep breath.
Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry. And I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something?
Promise you what?
Monica pauses to collect her thoughts.
This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Write the way into your heart, or whatever. So, I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that.
Sayori smiles gently.
I'll promise if you promise.
Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile.
I promise.
Me too.
As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities.
So, want to teach me about poetry?
Huh? But what about recruitment?
Hello, new friend.
Hello, new friend.
OMG, side stories. Yeah, this is my first time seeing the side stories, so I'm stoked. Welcome in.
But what about recruitment?
It's fine. We have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know?
There's no way I can say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything.
That's fine.
Emoji.
I think I just need, some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems.
Starting isn't so hard. You kind of just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you.
Yeah, but that won't come out any good.
It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kind of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings into a little story.
Not bad advice, actually.
That's not bad advice, actually.
You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things you want to put in and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way. But it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning.
I understand. Yeah, I always get caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important.
Sayori is such helpful friendo.
Absolutely.
Monica pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on.
Stop being a perfectionist. You idiot. I'm just kidding.
By the way, keep in mind, Nick, you were saying that you wanted to know what Monica's personality was if she wasn't controlled and didn't know, when wasn't an AI. This is it. This is their personalities without you, the player, being a part of this. Like you're still in this. Like Sayori even mentioned us, but yeah. Monica scribbles out, "You idiot," after she writes it down. I love seeing who the girls truly are.
No, keep it.
What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot?
Of course not. But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want.
But I was just. Well, yeah.
Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites, "You idiot." She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her.
It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for, and then I did the exact thing anyway. This is really gonna take some getting used to.
I believe in you.
Thanks. I do too. Me, I mean.
All four of the girls are honestly such sweethearts in their own ways, and it's so gorgeous to see them get to have these moments, right?
Yeah.
But also you, of course.
But also you, of course. That was Monica.
Monica continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. So true. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all of her random thoughts.
Phew.
Monica looks up and down at her sheet.
Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating.
Hearts.
I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems.
Don't give me too much credit. I'd have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you.
Sayori beams.
I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language.
Yay! Let's do it!
Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members.
Nick says friendship.
Friendship. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room. With her is a printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with.
If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one. But
the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Write the way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from their heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from students.
why do I feel so tense looking at this?
Monica thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise.
Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about?
The literature club is truly beginning to take form. But with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort.
It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself. For real.
Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Another thing from the song. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her finger across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas.
Ugh.
Out of spite of herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper.
Come on, Monica. Just move your hand.
Monica writes, "This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain."
I mean, she's not wrong. Dot, dot, dot.
Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today.
I'm here.
Hi.
Monica hears Sayori approach her desk, then stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. "You can do it, Monica." Then she sits down in the adjacent desk.
Bad day?
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
You too?
The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard. On the club, but also something else, I think.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. It really is.
Sayori takes a sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while.
Can I trust you?
Of course. You can trust me with anything.
Sayori gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Sayori.
This is really, really hard for me.
Her voice shakes.
So, if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me.
That's completely not true.
Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself.
There's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop.
They need each other.
Accurate.
What? That's you.
Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday.
I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared.
At those words, Monica stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up to courage for this. Were Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayori needed? Sayori's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in gentle silence.
I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy.
But that's
Terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing.
It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that.
Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past.
I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone.
Sayori pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person.
How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too?
I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself, too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence, and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me.
Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart, a feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radiate between them.
Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare.
Monica steps forward.
But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy. If you'd like.
Aww. Wordlessly, and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Through, though their co- Through their contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, my 2 faves, Monica realizes that all the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. My faves too. Oh, this is so great. I love that we're getting new art. Yeah, I heard that the Doki Doki Literature Club Plus had new art as well as new songs, which we're getting both in this. She speaks softly.
You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything. I'll never judge you. I promise.
Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice.
I'm so worthless. I'm worthless, and everyone would be better off without me.
She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek.
I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything, and it just feels like everyone just has to put up with me, and I hate it. I hate it.
The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest.
I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away. And now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to not be alive.
As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now. So, she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle.
This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend.
Monica offers a few words of comfort. But she knows, Sayori said it herself, that the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong. And Monica can't magically make them go away.
But Jesus can.
The most she can do is help Sayori battle them, like any good friend would do.
You have so much value. To me, and your other friends, too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you.
That's maybe my favorite line in the entire game, base or side story. Fair.
Good line. I really, really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what brought you here.
I can
That's
see
what
why.
That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right?
Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes.
I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others.
Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy.
Thanks. You're the best.
No, you are.
The two exchange smiles.
You know, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional?
Sayori nods.
It's scary.
It really is.
Since it's already so hard to tell people.
Yeah. Well, of course it will always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you.
Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would.
Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches.
Wow, that made me tired. And hungry.
Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it.
No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy.
Monica smiles.
But I might want to get a snack first.
All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. And that's it.
How many parts are there to the side stories?
As far as I know, there's just that. There's just Trust Part 1 and 2, Understanding Part 1 and 2, and then 2 more Part 1 and 2s from other stories. But then again, I don't know. I've only ever played the base game, and for whatever reason, I couldn't keep watching. Like, normally I'm all about game theory and watching their playthroughs, but I just couldn't watch this one for whatever reason. I started this playthrough thinking Monica likely was my favorite based on what I watched. Based on when I watched this game be played many years ago, and leaning towards the idea that she probably is my favorite still. These side stories make me happy. What's up?
Apparently there's 6.
There's 6?
But I don't know how many.
I mean, that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh.
No.
No. Of Trust?
No, trust is 1. Understanding is the second.
Oh, so there's 6 actual
Yeah.
side stories.
Yeah. Understanding does it follows the events of trust. So.
Okay, so Understanding follows the events of Trust. Okay, that makes sense. So we've got the base game certainly does not pull punches, right? So we need to find out how to get the rest of the side stories. Oh yeah, to get all 6 side stories, the different
Okay,
characters.
so we'll have to do.
So we will have to view their special scenes
Okay.
for
So,
sure.
You want to do these 2 and then go main story?
What do you guys want? Do you want us to start Understanding, or do you want us to try going into the main story so that way we can try to get the others first?
Try to get more.
Yeah, for sure. Once you unlock the first one, the others unlock as you finish the ones before. I'm cool with either. I'm excited for understanding, but I can't wait. But I can wait. But I could be wrong about that. Right, I think, yeah,
I'm looking it up now.
looking it up.
Yeah, because I think you have to go through the main story.
Did we do Trust Part 2? Yeah, we just finished. That was the end of Trust Part 2. Because we did Trust Part 1 the last time we played Doki Doki. That's right. Looks like understanding is going to be a lot more of Utah doing. I'd say start understanding.
Okay.
When's Natsuki going to get in here? I mean, it's not like I want to voice her or anything. What's the verdict?
You have to.
Do the special poems.
You will need to experience all of their CGs. Yeah.
Experience all their CGs. Okay. So that means we will have to go through and do Natsuki and Yori.
I would like to make some tea.
Okay. Making tea. So, okay, we got one vote for understanding. One vote understanding. What's your vote, baby?
Tea.
Your vote is yeah, okay. Her vote is T. So
Do you know the worst part about drinking tea?
uh
It's mostly water.
fair. I'd say might as well go through understanding since it's unlocked. There's two for understanding, so we just gotta wait for my wife to get done since she's the only characters I voice is main character, Natsuki, and the just narrator stuff. You got your tea. All right, so it looks like everybody wants to do understanding. So
That's why I got tea, is so that I can read.
fair.
Sort throat.
The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. It's Yuri! And no, not from RWF. Hold up. Oh, wait, they get a.
Okay.
Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She's very conspicuously. She very conspicuously. Conspicuously mouths to Monica.
It's her. It's the girl.
It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in a classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club.
Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside.
The girl fully steps into the door, but continues standing outside against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail containing her excitement.
It's happening. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayori, and we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far, but... What's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club.
That's a interesting name. How you do? I'd like to join your club.
Already?
Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you.
The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down.
So what's your name?
Yuri.
Try.
I'm Sayori, and this is Monica.
Sayori, I already... Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy?
Like books?
Yuri looks at Monica.
Fantasy is cool. Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle Dupont? I can't say that I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just...
Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy.
You can borrow my books. I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience.
Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help.
I'd love to. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great.
I am so happy I found this club.
Gotta see this. Our faces are covering up their faces.
Let me take my glasses off so I can properly edit. Now I gotta put them on so that I can read. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them.
Yuri quietly stands up, quickly.
I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you.
You probably only need to bring one for now.
Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk.
True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then.
Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances.
Oh my goodness, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into.
I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that?
Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you?
Sorry.
You're fine. Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden.
It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead.
What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayori.
I just like learning what makes people happy or sad.
Yeah. Hey,
All the itchiness.
all the issues.
Sayori, right now, Monica, I love you, but shut up.
Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her.
Right.
Yay! That's exactly what I want to do. Besides,
Sayori lowers her voice.
I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get.
She taps her finger against the dotty, chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return.
I'm back.
Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk.
Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in the other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start.
Sayori nervously interjects.
Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think like if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that.
From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking.
Oh, okay.
Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add.
So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club?
Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club. That's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because
Yuri glances over at Monica.
Monica
came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk.
Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens, and she shakes her head at herself.
I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here, because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was. But I decided that was probably irrational. Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by.
Yuri exhales in relief.
I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too, such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So, it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time.
Aw, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come.
Yuri smiles warmly to herself.
I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things that I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that.
What kinds of other things are you into?
Like, genres?
I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature.
Oh, just things you would think are dumb.
Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face.
How about I tell you about something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into?
I suppose that would be okay.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty into, crafty things. Like making cute little collages or decorating things, like cards or jewelry boxes.
Yes, that is me. cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make. To be fair. Hashtag called out.
My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends. But then I put it off till the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into.
So to be fair, I used to have depression, so I understand where Sayori's coming from on this. And making gifts for someone is a way to, first of all, show you care about someone, but also something that you pour your heart into, and the person genuinely being thankful that they receive it is a good way to combat depression, especially if you're too scared to get help. You sound quite creative.
Not that much. It's just that you'd be surprised about how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff.
You're not wrong.
She's not wrong. So, I have to share something that I'm into now, right?
Sayori nods.
Well, I guess I'm into nature.
I love nature. Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club.
No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now.
Am not.
Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me.
Hey, don't give me responsibilities. I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
It's fine.
Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. Sayori is also the living embodiment of ADHD. Yeah?
I like going out into the woods or to the park, just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. That's why I like walking so much.
When do you like to do that?
It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that.
Walking is amazing.
It really is. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do if you don't let it slip through your fingers. That's accurate.
The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult to not join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more.
Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So, are you two going to be starting on the book at the next club meeting?
That's the plan.
I'm so excited.
Sayori beams, Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. I'm so interested in how Nat is going to be put in this scenario, right?
Bye.
As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the classroom.
Sayori, you are a lifesaver.
I didn't do anything. I just talked.
Still.
Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy toward other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting?
I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best.
I think you'll do great.
After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she is surprised to find only Sayori in the club room.
It's club time again. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay?
Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact.
I'm sorry about yesterday.
Huh?
Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about.
Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so...
Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were.
I probably relate most to Yuri, lol, #anxiety.
Well, it takes a lot to get over.
Da, da, da.
Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it.
Huh? Why?
Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested.
But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing.
I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me.
That's not what I was doing.
A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them.
Well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it just sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity. That would be okay, right?
Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this.
You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here.
Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book.
Dust Bell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga.
That actually sounds like a good thing.
It's Dust Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now.
Alright, I should probably get some paper.
Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper.
Wait, how come you need paper?
Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes.
Notes? I mean, yes, that's an effective strategy.
Exactly. I'm sure it will be especially helpful for someone new to the genre.
Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did.
Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible.
I too am a big fan of taking notes.
I'm not. My problem is that I want to take all the notes and just literally copy paste everything.
I trust you. You're like super smart.
Oh, please.
Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. Fair.
You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you.
No!
Sayori rubs her shoulders against Yuri. Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's.
You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy.
You wanna? Anyway, would you like to get started?
Okay.
After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Certified a moment. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the bases of the fantasy world her story takes place in. Now, I can't do a woo, but I can do.
Oh, do you not have any rules?
No, it was too. You couldn't hear it. It was too quiet. But I can do.
Oh well.
Oh well. It's not quite the same, but it's close enough. What? Oh. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the bases of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning toward.
How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do.
What kind of writing?
Oh, I like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are like just putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work.
Ah, you're into poetry? I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs.
No way.
Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun.
Anyway, I think we can get started reading now, if you're ready.
Okay, but I can't read very fast.
Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in.
I see.
Sayori jots Yuri is patient into her notes. Yay, Yuri is having fun.
Hey, that's for the book.
I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times.
Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents.
Okay, chapter 1.
The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again.
What does vindicated mean?
Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent.
It's okay to ask questions, right?
Of course.
Sayori turns the page.
Are these footnotes?
A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood.
The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned.
Wait, are they talking about the past right now or the present?
Where?
Right here.
They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having.
But they didn't tell me that.
Oh, how the turntables.
It's implied from the context.
Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes, and she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter.
I think we can stop here for now.
Okay.
Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far.
So, what are your thoughts up to this point?
Sayori tries to find words.
Am I doing well so far?
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way you do.
The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades.
I see.
Yuri quietly gathers her things.
We can continue tomorrow, right?
Yuri pauses, then shakes her head.
We can do something else tomorrow.
But
I'm sorry.
wait, sorry for what? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. That's all. I'm sorry that I made you.
Yuri leaves.
You weren't making me.
Sayori is left alone with her words.
How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at, and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back?
Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk spread with notes. The book sits next to them.
Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. Ugh, this is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along.
Dagnabbit girls, everything is okay. You're both doing great.
Right, we need Monica's set.
Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her.
And that is the end of part 1 of Understanding. Now here is where we have more to think about. It's 8:42.
Yeah.
There is no way we're going to be able to do Understanding. I don't know how long it is, but these seem to be pretty long. And I'm pretty certain that we're not going to be able to do the entirety of part 2 in, 20 minutes? 17 minutes? I unfortunately do need to get up early tomorrow. Same. We've got church and we've got LARP and we've got things to do ourselves. Maybe LARP, yeah. So. Oh hey. Book. Okay, that's from Trust. Oh. Nice. I like the new pictures. Is that the only new picture we got? Yeah. And then of course all the new music. I guess yeah, let's just go ahead and cut this early. I'm thinking.
I'm okay with whatever.
And then next week, actually no, not next week.
The week after.
The week after next week, we'll pick up with part 2 of Understanding, and then start trying to get some of the others.
And that'll also give me time to look up how to get the others.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because I want to do them in order, you know?
yeah, it's nice to meet you too. Um, I will be live tomorrow with Deltarune if you want to come by for that. Um,
I
I
will not be.
every day but Wednesday I stream and I play something different every day. Um, so I'd love to see you back. We're usually here about 7 p.m. Central Time, except for on Saturdays, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And next week I will not be streaming on Saturday. So, but yeah, it was nice to meet you.
Thank you for stopping by.
Yes, you as well. Great meeting you. Too. Hope to see you again at some time. All right. So since we're gonna go ahead and end here, um, let's go ahead and get into our commands. I'm not gonna raid anybody because I'm actually kind of getting hungry. So remember tomorrow is Deltarune, so hope to see you guys here for that. Let's go ahead. As always, we are sponsored by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He has blessed both me and my wife extremely greatly. We want to make sure that we return his blessings by giving him all the honor, glory, credit, and praise that he rightfully deserves. Night, Kelly Kittens. Good night. Good night, guys. We also want to say a huge thank you. Thank you to everybody that joined me today. It means so much to us that you guys take time out of your busy days to come and hang out with us. Also, of course, a huge thank you goes to our supporters, starting with my hashtag wonderful wife, Firebyrd10, our amazing friends Nick and T, our subscriber Dylan Taylor 4, the two guys who've bought me games to play for streams, Sean and Steve, and of course Z-Fire Incorporated, who made that drawing over there, the digital artist who made that for us. Thank you again, everybody. Just thank you. Mary Kay, if you guys need some good product, feel free to grab that link and browse all the wonderful things that Mary Kay has in store for you. If you have any questions about any of the product, don't be afraid to hit up my hashtag wonderful wife, who is a Mary Kay consultant. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Discord, we have one of those. If you have not joined our Discord and you would like to, feel free to grab that link and join us over on the land of Discord. That is where we've got tons of chat rooms. That is where important announcements are made, important decisions are discussed, wrestling results are posted, and we just love to see you there. Another place that we'd love to see you is over on YouTube. If you'd like to catch up on some of our past live streams or even rewatch this one once it gets uploaded, feel free to grab that link and join us over in the land of YouTube. Since since what I'm about to say is all free, and it's another way that you can help support me, I do ask, if you don't mind, please give the YouTube channel a subscribe, hit that bell icon to keep yourself notified, leave a like and a comment. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. If highlight videos are more your thing, then you can grab this link and join us over on TikTok. And yeah, as long as it's still around. Again, I do ask, as long as it's around, and since it's free, give the thing a follow, give those videos a like and a comment. Last but not least are ways that you can help support the stream if you would like to do so. Keep in mind that nothing is ever required, but everything is very much appreciated. With that, more information is in the chat on how you can help support. With that, I am JRabbit87. She is Firebyrd10.
Yeah.
And I hope you all have a very good night.
Bye.
Thanks so much for joining the Stream of the Rabbit. I hope you had a good time, and now it's time to say good night. Hope to see you all again. Yeah, come back to watch the rabbit. Yeah, let's watch the rabbit. Bringing entertainment to me and you. Come watch the rabbit. Let's watch the rabbit. It's not hard to do. Having lots of fun. The rabbit is number one. Show it to God's love, and with God's love, he can do it all. If you don't mind, hit that cry